So, Rowan, we're not going to take you to the watch house.
He could have been arrested. Instead, police let Rowan Baxter go. The 42-year-old had just breached his domestic violence order and assaulted his estranged wife. But he wasn't initially charged over the attack, so was served a future court date.
We won't be objecting to bail or anything like that.
Less than 3 weeks later, he killed Ms Clarke and their 3 children. The officer involved in the decision not to process him through the watch house, Senior Constable Justin Kersey, told the coroner because Baxter had no criminal history. He believed any further restrictions placed on him would be excessive and unlikely to be granted. This was his first offence. We were not going to seek any additional bail conditions. Every person's got rights and civil liberties. The court heard Baxter did have a prior violent conviction in New Zealand, but the officers had no immediate access to these details. Even if they did, Senior Constable Kersey says he'd still have made the same call. The president of the police union was also called to give evidence on day 7 of the inquest, which is looking at whether authorities did enough to protect Ms Clarke. He told the coroner it's clear some domestic violence victims are being let down because junior frontline officers don't have the experience to deal with such complex matters.
Domestic violence is brought up wherever I go in Queensland, and they want more training to better enable them to be able to do their job.
Another officer who was tasked to work temporarily in the Vulnerable Persons Unit and had dealings with Ms Clarke told the court she was given no specific training before being appointed, despite it being a specialist role.
Mr Levers told the court that this unit is too ad hoc. He says the officers should be permanent staff and receive specialised training, but he warns for things to really improve when it comes to responding to domestic violence. A complete overhaul is needed.
My colleagues are doing the best they possibly can. It is time for reform. It is time for change.
The inquest will continue tomorrow. Talissa Saganto, ABC News, Brisbane.